Hey everybody, how's it going? Once again, it's Friday night in the shop. Here we are. Hope you guys had a good week. My week was pretty busy at work. I'm happy to make it to another Friday. And happy that you guys are here again. Echo 670. Turd saw. Still is a turd saw, guys. It's getting less turdy as I play with it more, but you guys were interested in me doing a full build on this step by step. So we're going to do a muffler mod today and see if we can get this thing to run a little bit better. It's typical of a saw with a choked up muffler. It's kind of lazy. Throttle response is kind of slow, that kind of thing. So I've never muffler modded one of these before, but what I can see, I'll bring you guys in. There's two pipes in here. One is open, it's about a 3/8, and then there's about a 1/2 inch pipe on the top, and it curves into the back here. There's a baffle inside, and this thing looks pretty choked up. So I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna wing it on film with you guys because that's how we roll here. It's only a muffler mod. I'm just going to make sure I don't open it up too much. I want to open it up on this side so that we can run a screen on this saw. So that we don't start any forest fires when it's dry. It's nice to have a few saws around here. It gets dry here in the summer, and I mean, I still have to run saws. So it'd be nice to have a saw that's hot rodded with a screen in it still. So I'm going to bring you guys closer in. Let's have a look at this muffler. I'll move the saw over. Okay, here's our muffler right here. You see it has these louvers and this cover. Underneath this cover there's a spark arrestor, okay? Pretty standard affair. Nothing. Get out of there. There we go. So let me find here, we'll point with this. This tube here goes in. It goes in this way and around, and it looks like it stops somewhere. This one is wide open. And but it's super small. Now, the part I don't like a lot is, if you guys can see, I'll turn your light on here. See that? There's this baffle in here, and it goes in about halfway, 3/4. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and slit this baffle top and bottom, and then I'm going to cut it out. Okay? And see if we can remove this. I don't really want to cut this any bigger to get the baffle out, because I won't be able, it won't seal on the mating flange of the exhaust port. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to cut this open. I haven't decided yet, but I'm probably going to cut this tube out. It's kind of my idea of what I want to do. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But right now what we want to do is we want to get this baffle out. So I'm going to get to grinding. I'll do that off camera, and when I got this thing out, I'll hit you guys back up. Okay guys, took my my little air recip saw there, and I slid it into 4 pieces. That way I can pull the pieces out through the exhaust port. I don't have a welder here currently, so I don't really want to cut this apart, because I don't have to take it to get welded. If we have to do that, we will, but let's roll with this. Okay, so 4 slits right to the seam, okay, all the way around. I really like these because it's quiet and it fits in places that a regular tool wouldn't. Okay, so and then I'm going to grind all the way around here with a cutoff disc in my Dremel. We'll see if that works. Wish me luck. Hey guys, so not quite done yet. I ground the remaining baffle away, and I'm actually taking the center baffle out a little at a time, cutting it with this. Trying to get as much of the junk out of there as possible. There's a baffle here with a small hole in it and a couple of holes I just ground away the factory weld. I'm going to pull this pipe out, and that way I can get the rest of the baffle out. This thing is very, very restrictive. It's tack welded here, and it looks like they brazed it all the way around. I don't think I'd have a lot of fun trying to take this muffler apart, so I'm going to try and take as much of the junk out as I can, and we'll run it like that. If it turns out that I can't get it to run good like this, I mean, we're probably going to do it anyways. I'll get Fab Willie to whip me up a pipe for this thing, and we'll run it like that once she's ported. Anyhow, one piece at a time. Okay guys, little redneck ingenuity. This muffler is dented and smashed and whatever, right? So, let's see if you guys can see this. I still got to do a little finish work in there. But I literally slit the baffle all the way around, anywhere that I could get at it, bent it forward, and then I went in through where this pipe was. I cut around the pipe to get the welding off, pulled the pipe out, and then I could get at the baffle, and I would stick a screwdriver in there and bend it back, basically. And backwards, forwards, break it off. Then I went in there with my Dremel and a rotary cutter, double cut burr, like we'd use to port cylinders, and went in there and just did all the finish work. Nice thing is about this, guys, is it looks stock. It's probably going to be fairly loud, but not too bad. And, you know, I mean, you could make another cover with a pipe on it or whatever you want to do. You could run this thing wide open. But there you guys go. Fairly good size hole. It's not huge. And we'll see if it's too big. We'll we can always block off this but I have a feeling these louvers are going to do a little bit of restriction. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to give this thing a quick coat of paint and then throw it on. Actually, I'll just throw it on, guys. Give me a second here. Okay, I just put a quick coat of paint on the muffler. Let's throw this thing back together. That way, if any of you ever work on one of these, you can kind of refer to this. Again, I'm not an echo aficionado. I'm just gonna grab my blowgun. I'm just a guy who works on saws, so. This thing still needs a major deep clean, but we'll roll with this. This thing's absolutely disgusting. So let's throw it back together and see what this muffler sounds like. Okay, well, I'm not even sure if the carb goes, or how the carb goes in, but let's bumble through it together. It is Friday night. Trying to get whatever loose debris. There's this little hook here, and it goes into this rubber mount. Actually, when I got this saw, there was that was not hooked in. The carb was just flopping in the breeze. 2 screws, very 266, 272, 268 like, 394, that kind of thing. Carb block. This actually has a boot, but the boot goes through a block, and these mount to the block, so kind of similar. Okay, let's take our pointer off from the timing wheel. I did retime this saw, and my numbers were bang on. So one thing, when I have a timing wheel going, and you can kind of see it on screen, one thing I notice is that the perspective ends up being kind of wrong. It looks like the numbers are off a little, but for whatever reason, that's just the way it is when you film it with a. I'm just flipping this around. For whatever reason, when you have it on camera, the numbers kind of, they could be a degree or two off. I've been noticing that in my videos from what I actually see with my eye versus what you guys see in the camera. So be aware of that. If you're noticing some things don't jive, it's just the perspective of the camera. Put that in. This goes up there. I'm just trying to blow the crap off, guys. I think this saw is going to run very, very well with a muffler mod. Okay. Again, I'm not 100% sure. This goes like this, so this goes... Let's see what you guys can see here. Okay, nice. I like sharing this stuff with you guys. I remember when I first started wrenching on saws, I was always looking for videos. Oh, I see. So that, let's see if you guys can see it. That, the throttle just pushes on there. When I took this apart, it kind of fell apart and I went, whoops. Oh, wow. Is this a still? Give me a second here, guys. Whew. Hopefully I didn't get it in my goat juice. No, I didn't. Okay, good. That would have ruined our whole night. We would have had to stop filming. Here, same thing. Crack the cap. Grab the fuel line. Chunk. See? A couple of you guys were laughing about getting mouthfuls of fuel when I was working on Fab Willie's 440 there. I do that all the time on stills, and of course the fuel line faces you, so when you're looking at it, let's just pull this out. I can't wait to break this saw down. But yeah, when you're looking at it, okay, this goes around here. This is your impulse line. Shunk. Yeah, when you're looking directly at the carb on a still and you don't crack the cap, guess where all that fuel goes? Right in your face. Try not to get it in your eyes. Okay, we got choke, chokeage, throttleage, fuelage. What should we do next, guys? Let's put this thing on. This thing's like cooked. It's been so warm. You guys, if you watched the last video, with this saw running, you can see it smoking after I got it warm. Well, this thing, here, let's have a look here. See this crap in the fin still? I can't really get that out, but this thing, when I first tried to run it, the first time I got it running, I barred it up, and this thing, I thought it was going to catch on fire. It was smoking so bad, so that's why I kind of put it on the back burner. Okay, that goes there. This clips into this clip here. That goes there. Okay. Recoilage. This recoil is actually not too dirty. Again, line it up with the dogs so that they're engaged. Ooh, this thing's got all kinds of compression, like all kinds. Turn this. There we go. What else do we got here? That's the problem, guys. I just threw all the screws in this bin like I'm some kind of saw mechanic or something. And now I gotta remember where they all go. Oh, the life of a tin man. That's just how I roll, guys. Okay, let's put the handle on. I can't even remember. I want to hear this thing run. I'm excited. Okay, put the handle on. Now, if I remember correctly, get two of these. I think we are missing a screw on this handle, guys. I think is what was going on there. I can't remember at this point, but see if we can get this thing together. It's kind of weird that this handle mounts with plastic. Nothing wrong with it. I guess this saw is how old, but a little bit different. Yeah, I believe we were missing a screw. I'll have to have a peek on the floor and see if I dropped it. I can't wait to port this thing, guys. This is actually a really, really nice saw. It's choked up. After running this on film, if you guys didn't see the video of me running this, check it out. I dropped it this week on Wednesday, I believe. If you guys didn't see that, check it out. Really nice saw, but again, super choked up. Okay, we got these two here. Now again, if the Tin Man would have remembered, would have separated his bolts. Is it this one or this one? I think it's these two. It is those two. Okay. This handle is slightly bent. I had a hard time getting it off actually because she's got a little tweak to her. Well, we'll try this like this. Always be careful when you're putting handles on, so you don't cross there. And these actually this is actually a metal handle, so it's got threads going right into metal. That's actually why these saws are a little heavy, is the I'm not even sure if these are the right ones, guys. Oh well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm just chilling with you guys in the shop. Just having a little fun. Again, I don't take this too seriously, so that's not my style. Okay. Actually, you know what, guys? These two go in the bottom. Yes, they do. Okay, well, let's do it one at a time. I was just thinking of that. I'll bet money that that's how it goes. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious to get this project rolling. I like sharing things with you guys. Just, you know, good information makes for good video, I think, and that's how I feel about building saws on YouTube. It's just about sharing information, and I'm always happy to have you guys here. Yeah, I think these go on the bottom because yeah, and that's why I had so much trouble. I'm gonna pause you guys here and finish this handle. Give me a second here, guys. Okay. Sorry, I fudged that one a little bit. I put the wrong screws in the wrong places, and you guys know the deal. We ain't fancy here. We're just having fun, right, guys? Super glad that you guys come here and hang out. Again, when I started YouTube, I was just making a few videos here and there, and it's cool that, you know, this channel's grown into something. I mean, it's not a huge channel, but I'm pretty proud of how big you guys have made this channel. If you would have asked me this a year ago, I would have laughed at you if the channel got to this size, or would get to this size. Okay. Sorry for reaching across you there. We got our top cover. We're missing one of the little pieces. It looks like somebody made their own for this. There's these little pins that go in there. We're probably just going to leave that off for now. We'll repair that when we get this saw back together. Air filter's fairly packed after running the other day. I'm used to Husqvarnas where a lot of my Huskies, you can run them all day and the air filter's not too bad, you know, or not bad at all. So, no, not a big deal, but just something to note. Okay, we're 9/10. I'm gonna go grab that muffler, guys, and let's get this thing ripping. I want to hear what it sounds like. Okay, I just hit it with some high temp black. You know, just something to protect it. And get a lot of rusty mufflers around here. Oh, let's see what we got here. So we need again, guys, I totally fudged my bolts. See, we're real here. I got nothing to hide. I say it all the time, but I make mistakes, guys. I work on, those of you that have been around here know this, but I work on all different kinds of saws. So, jack of all, master of none. Reed saws, new saws, old saws, piston ported. I just like working on power saws. I tell people that. I enjoy this hobby and it's fun to share it with you guys. So, excuse me. I just, I put the camera on when I'm working and you guys show up here. Got a lot of emails this week. It's cool. A lot of good questions. And I appreciate it. It's good to be loved. It's neat getting emails from all over the world, and I literally mean all over the world. Folks that watch this channel. It's kind of cool. Let's see what we got here. Oh, dropped another screw. That's how you know when it's Friday. Just give me a second here, guys. Okay, we had a little burr in the bore. Have to deal with that. Okay, 2 bolts. Make sure you guys can see me here. Yeah, you guys can see me. Okay. So total, this took about 2 hours, I would say. This one was particularly bad. Just letting you guys know what you're in for if you've never done a muffler mod. If you have, you know the deal. Go in there and make her breathe. Some mufflers are super easy. Some take hours and hours and hours. This one was bad, like a new Husqvarna, like a 576. Like that kind of bad. Just full of performance deleting baffles and tubes and pipes, and one of the worst mufflers I've seen. And it's cool. I've heard guys say, you know, Echoes have really stuffed up mufflers, and this is the first one I've been inside, and it's like, oh yeah, they do. They're something. I'm surprised this thing runs as good as it does. This muffler is slightly bent. It's been hit a few 100,000 times. I didn't even paint the front cover yet, guys. This goes over here and blocks the 2 holes, and then there's these 2. I'm gonna paint all this and make this thing nice when we're done modding it. I like to give my mufflers a little paint job every once in a while. Just keep them from rusting. I do a lot of cutting in the winter, so they get a lot of ice and snow on them. Okay, this goes into here. Again, nothing too weird about these. Very similar to Husqvarnas, that kind of thing. go. Leave this down. Okay, you guys excited? I kind of am actually. I like working on stuff I've never worked on. This top cover is having serious issues. You know what? Let's just fire this thing up like this. Chokage. Ignition is on. Just gonna bring you guys back. Let's hear what this thing sounds like. Maybe we need to tune it. I still got to do a carb tuning video for you guys. Keep forgetting. Okay, guys. I had to do a little messing around. Here we go. Muffler modded Echo cs670. You can't even tell. Oh, sorry, guys. You can't even tell that I was in there. Okay. Turn the light back off. Let's get this thing fired up and let's have a listen. I was going to do a carb tuning little sequence in this. The screws, the jets in this carb are super hard to get at, guys. They're kind of rounded over, almost impossible to tune this thing properly on film so you guys can hear. But I'll grab, in the near future, I'm going to grab one of my saws, something that has a really loud muffler that you can really hear what's going on, and I'll do a carb tuning video for you guys. You guys keep asking and I keep forgetting to do it. Okay, let's hear this thing go. Okay, I gotta grease this clutch bearing. Let's get you guys set up a little bit better here. Okay, so there you guys go. That's a basic muffler mod. It's not stupidly loud, but it's loud enough. You can really feel the exhaust coming out of this louver now. So we'll leave it like that. Now, note something. I did not have to change the carb settings on this. And you guys pay attention. So I know somebody would say, hey, did you have to retune that? I did not yet. Now here's why, guys. I was running this outside in the cold last time I ran this. In the last video, you guys saw me cutting wood with this saw. This saw is now in a warm shop. It's like 65 degrees in here. In the colder weather, you usually got to richen your saws up a little bit. And I think that little bit of difference in temperature in here means that this thing's tuned just right. I'll probably have to richen it up when we put it back into the wood. And I don't know, it seems to have better giddy up. It picks up a little faster. So we'll call this a success. A lot of work to get that muffler hogged out. But that's what we do here, right, guys? You know, a lot of these little projects I do, they're just fun. And that's what we do here on this channel. We have fun, right? And again, this thing goops the oil out. I just like having fun in my shop. It's good to de-stress and just chill in your shop. So I'm thankful that you guys come here every week. Okay, Echo CS670. I'll have to put this thing in the wood with a muffler mod now, and or when I have a chance. We'll run it like that. I'll give you guys my thoughts on how the saw runs now with a muffler mod, and then we can go from there. I guess we'll have to do a base gasket delete on the next part of this series, and we'll run it like that, and then we're going to port this thing. Why not, right? It's a turd saw. This saw was given to me. We got no money in it, and just a little bit of time. Honestly, I want to tear this thing completely down for porting so I can clean it. It's still smoking after I run it. It's all I had the flywheel off. It's all packed with pine in there, pine tar. So something interesting. No timing key on this saw. It looks like somebody shattered it years ago. So make sure you tighten down that that nut. I caught it though, so I was like, oh, we got no timing key. You don't need a timing key in a saw, guys. You just got to make sure that nut's reefed down. So there you guys go. cs670. We gotta fix this switch too, guys. Okay, as always, thanks for watching. Take it easy. See you guys.